Hi, it's G from Native Speakers Academy, and it's the long, hard road back home. You know, somebody asked me today if I thought that voting would change anything. If I thought that it was a good idea to invest my time and energy in the political process. And all this does is hammer down the basic problem, which is that I think anyone driven to wish to make rules that control the lives of others has to be doing it for selfish reasons. They have to be doing it for their own gain in some way. How can someone that you don't know, that has never met you, your partner, your family, your children, how can they do what's right for you? How can they know what you need? I think the bottom line is that their wants will always come before your needs. And so you can't expect voting on anything except what to have for dinner to have any positive effect on society whatsoever. Democracy is just this gradual slide into social utopia. And as we all know, paradise created by others is, well, one man's pleasure is another man's poison. I guess that's how they say it. It's just too easy. It's too easy to vote, sit back in your easy chair and think you did something and let everything happen. When I was 16 and starting to do a little bit of writing, which was a long, long time ago, I came up with this theory. It was called I don't remember much from that period of time, but I remember this. That I had this theory, and I called it the theory of the promise bearer. The bearer, the person bringing the tidings of the future. And the theory of the promise bearer is that if you vote for me, I promise to do this and this and this and this and this, and then there's no one to hold their feet to the flames. There's no one to shine the light on the barren emptiness of those promises. And So the theory of the promise bearer was the fact that in the political sense, those on the receiving end of the promise will always end up with empty hands. And I get the participatory democracy dream. But then 80% of society have no idea what's going on. 20% have some idea. 10% have a good idea. Less than 5% have their finger on the pulse. So how can you have any reasonable democracy when people who know little or even nothing have an equal share in the votes to those who know something? There's a very old saying that the minority is always right, because there's only ever a knowledgeable collective within the minority. It's shocking to me how little we even realize how ineffective the so-called fantastic systems we have are. Oh yes, but education. If we educate everybody, and whoever gets into control and power has their hands all over the education system. They're able to shape, mold, and inform the future generation into exactly what they want them to become. Has education really progressed that much? The blackboard is now a whiteboard. And we still have this one teacher standing in front of 20 or 30 students, which is a ridiculously ineffective way to organize anything at all. Except a prison, maybe. Did you know that in a lot of countries, the same companies that built the prisons built the schools? Doesn't that tell you something? Or do you even really care? It's easy to be blind. And in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. So I don't think that a demo of demonstration in our democracy is really going to cause much to happen in reality. I think the paths are all but planned and set. And yet we do have something which cannot be controlled and predicted, that element of human creativity, that change that we can make within our own lives. That untouchable, intangible human element I don't know. I don't trust anyone that I don't know, that I haven't met. And most of the people that I do know and I have met, I don't trust. Don't trust them any further than I could throw them. Wouldn't turn my back on them. Look at the Milgram experiment. 66% of society will kill another person without motive or reason. Six out of 10. More than 6 out of 10. 6 out of every 10 people you meet will actually kill you with no motive and no reason if somebody else asks them to do it. That's pretty freaky. And these are the people that are voting in the democracy that we have. What's the better road? I don't know. Get out of my way, stay out of my life. Don't touch my kids. Maybe that's a better way. Or maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think.